Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is going to be a really quick Flosstube update. And this will be my first one for 2025, and I'm thinking that maybe we should do a 2025 whip parade, but I can do that in another video. I was wanting to do a 2024 wrap up, but I felt like I didn't really stitch a lot, so there wasn't really like a wrap up to do. But anyway, let's get started. I will talk about what I'm doing for 2025, my plans, my challenges that I'm doing, and also yeah, let's do that. So first up, I do technically have a new start, and part of that is because it's not an actual pattern because it's something that I'm doing myself, but what I'm doing is for every pause, I am doing a cross stitch project. I don't know what you would call it. Cross stitch piece for however many books I read in 2025, or for the books that I read in 2025. And what I am doing is, I saw on Instagram a girl did she crocheted granny squares and then put them all together to make a blanket for all the books that she read in 2024. And originally I thought, oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I could do that I could do a quilt and have it be a quilt of all the books that I've read. And basically what I was thinking is that you take the colors on the cover. Well, this is what she did. She took the colors off of the cover of the book and she matched her yarn to those colors and then stitched up the granny squares. So I was like, oh, I could just do that with fabric. And then I was realizing, I was like, I have a lot of patterned fabric. I don't have a lot of plain fabric. And so I don't think that would work as well for me doing a quilt, just because I would have to go buy fabric, and I don't need a whole lot of fabric right now. That's not my main hobby. I'm just sewing here and there. So then I was like, oh my gosh, I have a ton of floss. So why don't I do a cross stitch project of it? So I have 3 cases of the Sulky Petites and I have not used them. So what I decided to do was use my Sulky Petites for this, and I'm going to stitch squares. I'm thinking a 10 by 10, so 100 stitches for each book. I need to get going on it, but I'm going to use my Sulky Petites, and I have the books that I have finished in order, what colors I'm using, have them in here, and then that way I can also just put them back in the case whenever I'm done with them. And then I'm using this book, the Sampler Company's Ultimate Sampler Motifs Source Book, for an alphabet. And at the top of this fabric, I'm doing books of 2025. And this is just 310. And I am stitching it on 18 count opalescent white Aida. So, and yeah, I think this will be really fun. I need to get working on this, and I wanted to do books of first. That way I could space out the squares a little easier if I have the center of the center down. But yeah, so this is my one new start that I have had so far. I need to get working on it. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. I need to start reading again. This is going to be a little bit of a tangent. I read a 3-book series that and I finished it out of spite. And so now I'm kind of like in the in-between. So I need to find another book to get me back into reading because I'm kind of mad at that other series. But anyway, my next project is a whip. And I have been working on this whip for so long. And it is Augusta National. And here is what Augusta National will look like when it is complete. And here is where I am at on it. I am stitching it on 16 count white with the called for colors. And I am at 84.15% complete. So we were just up north where we both grew up in Utah County, and on our drive up, I believe I finished the blue. I think I might have finished it before that. And then while we were up north and then on the drive back home, I was working in here. So I think I finished in here. And what else did I do? I did the peachy color right here, and I did, on our drive back, I worked on this brown part, and I filled in this green right here. So we are closing in. I'm so excited. I am behind. So at the start of the year, I was supposed to stitch 86 stitches a day on this, and I stitched for less than half of December. I stitched I think this is all the stitching I did, but I stitched 1,499 stitches on this project in January, and part of that is I may have done more, but I know I at least did almost 1,500 stitches. And I know that because I'm doing a full coverage Fanatics challenge, and they are doing a challenge. This is their counting challenge for the year, and it is movies. Well, it's one of them. It's movies. And each month you have a genre. And Kim from Full Coverage Fanatics, she made lists of movies, and you stitch the number of minutes in the movie. So January was comedy, and one of the movies, I don't remember if she put this on the list or if I put it on my own list, but it was Bridesmaids, and Bridesmaids is 125 minutes long, or about that, and so I stitched 125 stitches for Bridesmaids in this, and my idea for the challenge was to stitch those stitches while I'm watching that movie. And so I edited the list that Kim made every month, and I added my own movies that I want to watch in that genre. So I kind of swapped and, all that. But for February, it is romance, and I'm excited to get going on that. And hopefully we can see some more progress on this. I would like to get it done by March 31st. And let's see, today is February 2nd. So let's do some quick math. Okay, so I am at 25,246 stitches complete. So I have 4,754 stitches left. And I also have 57 days left until March 31st. So if I stitch 83 stitches a day, 83 and a half stitches a day for the next 57 days, then I will have my goal of completing this by March 31st. So I really need to kick it into gear and stitch every single day. So I can get it done, because I would like this to get professionally framed for his birthday. And he knows that I'm working on it, but he doesn't know that I want it to be professionally framed. So I'm hoping to go do that. And his birthday is the beginning of May. And so that's why I want it done by March 31st. So that if it is 4 to 6 weeks, hopefully it's the 4 weeks, when I take it in by April 1st. So there's that. And if I can get it done sooner, then that would be awesome. Okay. Plans for this month. And I think I am going to film a Stitch With Me video. I'm sorry if you heard that. I think I'm going to film a Stitch With Me video so that I can start this pattern. I would like to start Mini Red Door, that is charted by Artisy, and the artwork is by Hillary Mays. I would like to start it, and I'm going to start it in the red door. So I'm going to do a center start, and this is what it will look like. If I stitch it on an 18 count, it will be 8.5 inches by 11.5 inches. And so I'm like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect size. So I have my fabric. I have every floss color except for one, I believe. And it has 29,600 stitches in it. So I think that that's pretty doable, as long as I stick with it. So that's the plan. I have everything ready for a center start. I just need to get going. I'll probably put it on a Q-snap just for the first little bit, and I don't know how I'm going to approach it. I don't think I'll do extreme cross country, but we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of red in that middle part, so I'm sure I'll be working on that for a while. But I really want that done, and I want it to hang in my powder bathroom, so I want it done. But yeah, I think that is it. I don't have any haul. I am trying to do a low buy of crafty things this year. I don't need a lot. If you see, oh, you can't see it because that is paper and that is paper. But right here, that is fabric. And the top one is all 18 count fabric. And the bottom one is 25, 28, and 32 count fabric. So I don't need fabric. The bin, hold on. Okay, this is the bin. It's from Walmart. It's one of the ID latch bins. And this is just my 18 count fabric. Like, I don't need fabric. And I also don't need floss. I have a ton of DMC. I have a ton of Roxy floss. I have a ton of Forbidden Fiber Co. floss. And so I just need to find patterns to use them. And so maybe I'll try and start a bunch of things this year. But yeah, so I'm trying to do a low buy, so I have no haul for you. Evertote and Roxy Floss changed their floss clubs, so the last billing date for me was December, so the last club I got was January, and I did not re-sign up. So, because I figured I have enough. If I ever decide that I do want to sign up again, I would probably do the one where they send it to you alphabetically, so that you're getting all of them. But I have a lot of repeating colors from Roxy Floss, and I love Roxy Floss, so I just need to use it. But yeah, that is going to be it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and leave a comment. And I am hoping to do a Stitch With Me video. Either I'll be working on my book project or I will start Mini Red Door. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. I hope you remember that someone always needs you.